Our special meeting of City Council for Monday, October 16th, 2017 to order. Our first order of business is new councillor business. Thank you. We have item 3, correspondence 3.1. We have a letter from Rhonda Vanderfloot from the Youth Parliament of BC alumni. Councillor Javekov.
Received for information.
Thank you. Seconded. Councillor Schumann. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. 4, we have delegation this morning. 4.1, Kathleen Connolly, the Executive Director of the Dawson Creek and District Chamber of Commerce, and Wanda Mondrell, the President of the Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to call them up and we'll have a proclamation this morning.
I'm the picture taker.
I distinctly heard your name.
Get a picture of this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Whereas in conjunction with National Small Business Week, the Dawson Creek and District Chamber of Commerce will be celebrating local small business and entrepreneurship development. And whereas Small Business Week is an opportunity to pay tribute to the entrepreneurs who drive the Canadian economy and use their energy to expand Canada's business sector. It is also an opportunity for the Dawson Creek and District Chamber of Commerce to celebrate their accomplishments and raise their profile. And whereas Small Business Week serves as an opportunity to inform the public on how the Dawson Creek and District Chamber of Commerce plays a key role in developing small business in Dawson Creek, now therefore I do hereby proclaim and recognize the week of October 16th to 20th, 2017 as Small Business Week in Dawson Creek. So there's been a number of really, I think, important initiatives that we've, as a city, have partnered with the Chamber of Commerce, and obviously the work effort of the organization that the Chamber does with their really volunteers that serve on the executive to help promote and support our community small business. We really, it's a huge amount of pleasure to be able to do this proclamation today and recognize that how important small business is to our community, because that's what builds community.
Absolutely. And
so thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
The floor is yours.
Just on behalf of the Dawson Creek and District Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to thank you for your continued and ongoing support. It's always a pleasure to work with Mayor and Council on all of the initiatives that we try to put forth.
Thank you, Wanda.
Thank you.
And we'll give a special plug because we've been working hard on that business directory.
Yes.
And it's been a huge bit of work. And certainly really demonstrating, I think, how important small business is to us. And for those folks that are out there, please take the time to register, because we're really promoting that as an access for our local business.
And my understanding is that it's being very well received and being used. So.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Our next delegation wasn't able to be here this morning. Oh, yes, they are. Lindsay Dwarick, our administration assistant for the city, in attendance regarding the distribution of our World Under-17 Hockey Challenge event packages. Good morning.
Good morning.
Linz.
I'm going to ask Barry to come up with me too, because he's here. So
Very.
I'm just,
Very.
so yeah. Thanks for having us. Barry's going to talk a little bit more towards the hockey packages. So we have our 7 packages that we're giving out today. And as per the policy, we're going to pick some local groups that these can go to. So that'll be great. We also have our event scarf. So last year we did hats. Or not last year, 2015. So this time we are doing scarves for all of our
If you turn it
people.
over.
Oh, there we go. This way.
This one. There you go. So you guys are all going to get one of these today too. So you need to wear it from now until the event and during the event. So
Awesome.
yeah, so all of our early bird packages got sold with these, and there's a lot of them. So as well our sponsors got them as well. So I will let Barry talk to the ticket packages.
Okay, just for Mayor and Council, we will bring a full update next week in our cow report. All of our development that we're doing, the development that we are distributing throughout the whole region is over $100,000 package that kids and coaches and administrators will be all part of, so that's really cool. So part of the packaging that we gave back for and under our policy will be drawn today. We understand that council has submitted a number of names, and we have 7 packages to give out to those local groups today, and we have all of the numbers or names at the back for a draw. But I think we could probably bring the basket up front because there's 8 and we only have 7. So we had a quick committee meeting this morning, and we will honor all 8 for council this go around because it's legacy that we'll be putting back into this and be paid for out of the legacy funding. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
so-
can name the 8
Yep.
groups, Lynn?
There's the ARC, the Nowakin Friendship Center, Network Ministries, Dawson Creek Society for Community Living, Spickers, Reconnect Youth, and Kids Sport and Minor Hockey. So every one of those groups will get one package that will go back to that group, which is a ticket to every single game, the 2:30 and the 7 o'clock game for the whole tournament.
Awesome.
Okay. Sure.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir. Oh, they feel
Thank
nice.
you. Do you want to leave one for Charlie?
Yeah.
No, he's in Hawaii.
We're getting you one,
He's
Charlie.
in Hawaii. He doesn't need a scarf. No.
Soft.
Thank you, Barry.
How cool. How cool.
So we will, you guys have all given us the names, so we will be in touch with these groups and let them know where they came from and why they're getting them on behalf of Mayor and Council.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Lynn. And you guys will be next week come and do the full update on
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Where we're at. And yeah, our single tickets went on sale on Friday, so they're expected to go pretty quick. So if you guys want your single tickets, then now's the time to get them.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Thank you, guys. Great job.
I won't even be able to use it.
You're working.
Next item, item 5, bylaws.
Thanks,
We have
Matt.
report 17160 from the Chief Financial Officer regarding permissive exemption bylaw 4360.
We get there. Just a minute here. Okay.
Councillor McFadden.
I move that recommendation, the report number 17160 from the Chief Financial Officer regarding permissive tax exemption, bylaw number 4360, 2017 be received further. That the application from the Dawson Creek and District Exhibition Association for exemption of property taxes 301 116th Avenue be declined. Further, that permissive tax exemption bylaw number 4360 2017 be given first 3 readings, and further that staff be directed to publish the required notice as required under section 227(1) of the community charter.
Thank you. Seconded. Councillor Wilbur. Discussion. Councillor Rogers.
I was hoping somebody was gonna say something. I just, okay, the policy for permissive exemption, everybody knows how I feel this because I feel that the policy needs to be changed. So the policy guides identification of organizations meeting council's objectives. So without getting the information from the people that actually own the building, I'm speaking toward the exemption part of the auction mart. Now, without seeing any further information on that from the society that actually owns the auction mart, like it would be nice to see what their 5-year plan is, what, you know, how much subsidies are already going into that building through the fall fair. I think contributes money to that facility to keep it going. So my thing is the people that are leasing the auction mart paying fair market value for the lease agreement, and would this subsidy therefore?
So the motion is that we're declining that request to include them?
I know I'm speaking in like, should we not
Include them?
be including it?
Oh, okay.
Because, and then I'm just saying that, you know, without seeing all that information to include it would be, you know, does council support local business? does council think that the, that group that's running you know, they put on the event for the fairgrounds and everything, does this help minimize the net subsidy that the city puts in towards the fairgrounds as well? Because the money that they're asking for, and they're talking about, I think the rumor was they're talking about selling the building. You know, is there a financial problem there right now that by city council picking up the taxes on that building for like 1 year or possibly 3 years, is that gonna help them out? But we don't have that information, so I just wonder what everybody here thinks.
And I guess the issue is they don't qualify as a nonprofit because they are a for-profit business. And my understanding of the reading of the policy is that you can't exempt a for-profit business administration.
Go ahead, Shelley.
Yeah, through you, your worship. So, the permissive exemption that council can give is fully discretionary. You can give anybody a permissive exemption if you want to. The reason that this one was declined is because it is a commercial entity within a not-for-profit.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more complicated than a normal small business downtown that you're exempting, but it still is a commercial business. So that's why it was put forward as declined.
Thank you.
So it's a commercial business. Is that just the auction mart that leases it is the commercial proponent, or is it the not-for-profit end of it that actually owns the facility that leases it to the for-profit?
Through your worship. So in any situation where you have a taxable property, if you have a commercial lease within it, that makes it taxable. So in this case, it is taxable. And then if council chose to give them an exemption, you could do that. But if you're giving one commercial entity a permissive tax exemption, you'd be opening the door for every commercial entity to request.
Okay, so we're certain right now that the properties that we're exempting currently are not leasing to for-profit businesses?
Through your worship, the permissive exemption bylaw or policy was developed last year, and everybody had to put in an application, which basically said that they did, you know, met the criteria of the policy. To our understanding, we don't have any that have a commercial lease in it, and it is their responsibility to notify the city if they change their leases, and we haven't received anything to date.
Okay. Thank you.
Councillor Schumann?
Yeah, I was just going to point out that what everyone else has just pointed out, that it is a commercial for-profit business that they're basically asking the permissive tax exemption for. And that's why I'm voting against it, is because it is a commercial for-profit business and not a non-profit entity.
Yep. That was clear.
Thank you. Any further
I was just
discussion?
confused by your...
Ready for the question? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Mayor's business, I don't have anything. And at this point, then we'll ask for a motion to recess to a closed. Councillor Wilbur, Councillor Schumann. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming in.